Hey guys, how are you doing? Beautiful start of the week here. I am in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and got here just a little while ago. Got some stuff cooking over there on my, I got this like portable, it's called an oven, but it really is. It doesn't get that hot, but it warms up food to like pretty high degree. The thing that bothers me a little bit about it is that it's hard and heavy to carry like Pyrex glass with you in my kit bag and stuff as I fly. So a lot of the times I'm eating food out of plastic containers that have no BPA, but still, it kind of bugs me a little bit that you're heating up plastic along with your food. What we have cooking there is chicken with Swiss cheese on top of it, and it's like soaking in Amish country butter. So tons of fat, and then my chicken. And then after that, I think I'm gonna call it a night and a day and get some rest. But anyway, I want to hear from you. Hope you guys are doing fine. I have a procedure coming up sometime. They haven't called me about it. Here's what happened. In my PET scan that I had, it was just miraculous. And I still have a little bit, if you look at the PET scan, I should have taken a picture of it on the screen, You see a little bit of shiny area where my bile duct is, and then like right next to it. But where the tumor was initially compared to the CAT scan back in April of last year, totally gone. I don't know, you can't see it. You go through the PET scan, you know how they go through the layers in the PET scan. Do I look tired? Do I look like I'm been up all night? And I have. So I am going to get some sleep here. But when they compare the two, the PET scan and the CAT scan, there's just no tumor there. But there is like a little bit of cancer activity, or tumor activity. I guess cancerous tumor activity near this initial point, and then all kind of like around the stent. And so the oncologist, we're looking at it, he says it's common to have that around the stent because it's probably irritating, and it doesn't mean it's cancerous. It just shows up because it's scar, whatever. That's what he said anyway. And then next to it, there is like a little shiny spot that means there is still a little bit that I have to get rid of. But I'm going to do it with diet. Been doing this ketogenic diet for a long time, getting back into like deep ketogenic diet for a while, during the holidays, New Year's. Did not cheat as far as having crap, food, but I wasn't really deep into ketosis like I normally am day to day. And, your ketones vary widely when you're, active throughout the day. So sometimes it kind of depends on when you take your testing of your ketones. And the other time is, excuse me, gosh, I got this, I went and touched my eye and now it's kind of burning. But, as long as you can get those ketones down into a, state of ketosis, you are in a deep state of ketosis. I like that. Means that we're starving the cancer cells, and that's what it's all about. Now, I wanted to let you know, let me take a drink of this. You not believe a little drop went right in my eye. Maybe that's a good thing. Cleaned it out a little bit, right? I want to let you know that on the website, naples.academy, which is a weird URL, but it works. Naples.academy. There, I'm going to be expanding that. Right now, I'm coaching, tutoring, mentoring, whatever you want to call it. A few people. I got a nice group, actually, from all over the world. People from India, people from Brazil, people from... By the way, did I tell you I am in Brazil? Yeah, I've been working all night. Had a flight out here and wanted to do an update. So and then a few from the United States, of course. I mean, cancer doesn't know any limits or any boundaries or anything like that. I'm here messing with the Velcro thing. That's what's making that noise down here. Okay, I'll stop. And cancer, like I said before, doesn't take a day off. And I just wanted to let you know that for some of these people, I have worked with them, on being able to come into a coaching program that would be beneficial for them, something where, I can share my knowledge, what I did. Doesn't mean they're going to do the same thing. You kind of have to create your own thing for you because we're all biologically different. And, I'm no doctor and I'm no nutritionist. I'm no nothing. But I'm a guy that, took it into my own hands, went after it, did a ton of research, have a research team, have 2 oncologists on my team, researchers as far as cancer and the keto diet, the therapeutic keto diet. Now I feel better. Sorry about the eye thing. I'm taking away from the message here. So anyway, there's a big investment here on my side, and I want to share this with either you if you're cancer challenged or somebody that you know. And, I know the biggest thing is I can write all this stuff down or I can send it to you on a PDF and all that. That's not the hard part. The hard part is the discipline required to follow through. And it's a big time discipline, even though people know that they're dying, potentially, they may die with a disease like this. They still, because of the way we are brought up, they still believe that, doesn't matter, my diet, I'm just going to eat this way and get my chemo and keep taking those scans and that's it. And I just did not want to go down that route. I know that may be for you. For me, the only side effect I've ever had from the chemo is losing my hair, and that's why I still wear the hat, because I'm bald. Well, practically it is. A lot of it's coming back pretty quick too. So happy for that, but didn't want to do all the pain and the suffering side effects of chemo, and I didn't. I mean, this was not pain. It was painful to see my hair go, yeah, but it wasn't painful. It didn't hurt, Got a teeny bit of neuropathy, but that was actually sort of a mistake that they made at the chemo center by not flushing one of my toxins out properly, because they said there's a general lack of potassium nationwide. Sounds strange. Anyway. But I want to let you know that, we'll work with just about anybody that, has an issue. And maybe, I know for my one-on-one coaching and then the Zoom calls and then all this, it's a lot of my time. And I don't charge that much for it. I look at other people's coaching programs and stuff like that, and they're not life and death. I'm not saying this is life or death, but for me it was. When I made the decision to change that diet, I thought, you know what, I'm going to jump in with both feet, because what's the alternative, And I tried it. The cool thing is for me is I tried it, and it immediately was measuring, to see if this thing worked or not. And that was the bottom line. This thing's got to work. And sure enough, it did. And it's worked for lots of people in the world. May not work for you. Just saying. And like I said before, I'm not a doctor or a nutritionist or any kind of person with any kind of credentials could tell you what to do. I just share what worked with me. And then I think the part that will be very beneficial for you is, how do you say this? The hand holding. I mean, I need somebody to hold my hand. As much as I knew how to make the recipes and do the thing, and show me how to get more fat in my diet, I still needed somebody to, on those times when temptation was around, that I didn't go splurge on something that would actually fuel my cancer, right? The whole idea here is to starve it. And then for me, I went into chemotherapy, and the chemo kind of just like, pow, because that cancer was hungry for something. And it can't uptake chemo, cannot uptake ketones. So that's what worked in my case, all right? So, and it's working in a lot of other people's cases too. And like I said, I want to let you know that if uh, the money is anything, that's keeping you out of getting healthy, if you think this will work for you, no guarantees here. But the only guarantee I do have is that if you don't see any improvement in anything after we do our coaching, I'll give you 100% of your money back, because, I want something to work for you, of course. So, it was a big thing for me to find something, and I'm still searching. I've got books here that I'm reading, and I bring here on my layover, bring all the way to Brazil. My Kindle's chock full of stuff. This camera, my cell phone, is actually sitting on top of my MacBook, which I'm gonna have to do a little bit of work before I rest. And so all of this is, just to let you know that I didn't sit around and let my oncologist tell me this is the only way, because I didn't believe that. When I told him I was doing the ketogenic diet and fasting and all this other stuff, he said, great, as long as it doesn't get in the way of my protocol here, what we're doing, my therapy. And it never did. Matter of fact, I got so much better. He kept thinking, the one oncologist down in Naples kept thinking it was the tremendous chemo that's doing all this great work. And my oncologist up in Tampa, is a firm believer in ketogenic diet and also in fasting. And he goes, I know what's going on. Tell me more about your fasting. So it was good. But anyway, have a great report from the PET scan that I did end of the month, and then a procedure they call a Nano Knife procedure that's coming up. I'm not sure when. They got to call me and talk to me about it first, see if it's something I want to do. And nobody's called, so still waiting on that call. And then after that, if I decide to go through with it, I'll tell you more about it. Basically, it's needles that go down, kind of surround the tumor, and then an electric field goes between the needles and kills the cells in between there. All right? Okay. So I'm going to do a little more work here, like I said, and then call it a morning. Get some rest, and then we'll stay in touch. I'm sure we will. So good to see you guys, talk to you from Sao Paulo, Brazil. And man, love seeing all the pictures here on Instagram, the things you guys fix and eat. Oh my goodness, so great. Like I say, I have chicken and Swiss cheese cooking right over there in the corner. I'm gonna go eat that in just a few. All right, take care. Thanks for your support and your love. I really do appreciate it. And we'll check you on the next video. Thanks so much.